We're back with KMMA. I'm Andio.
I'm Khalil Deal.
And it's Friday's fabulous final face-off show where we take one last look at these animals before they get into the cage and give you our final thoughts. So Khalil Deal, we got Charles Johnson coming back after 1 day after getting concussed to fight Bruno Silva. You're not going for Charles Johnson here, are you?
Man, listen, these guys, man, I'm definitely worried, man. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not worried. Charles Johnson coming back very, very soon after that, brutal knockout by Alex Perez there back in a month and 2 weeks ago. I think it's very, very soon. But hey, man, look at this guy. He's so much taller than Bruno Silva. He still looks good. He's ripped. He's in good shape. I think there might have been an early stoppage in that that knockout. It was a bit of an early stoppage. The guy, he did get up and try to get back into it, but they said, no, you're done.
Normally I'd put up a bit of an argument with you there, I guess, to build my case a little, but I think all stoppages are early, so let's leave it.
Yeah, true. He's going to have this fight. You can see here, he's got a 5-inch height advantage here. He's going to have the 4-inch reach advantage. He is taller. Bruno Silva is in great shape as well, mind you. He looks great. He's pretty big. He's pretty ripped also and muscular. He's a little thicker than Charles Johnson. Look, as long as Charles Johnson doesn't get cracked here, I think he has a chance to win this one, man. He can't get subbed either. Like I said, we'll talk about the betting, what I did for Bruno Silva, but I definitely think Charles Johnson should get the job done here, man. And if he doesn't, man, take some time off, Charles Johnson, man. If you don't win this fight, maybe not kick him out of the UFC, but take some time off if you can't beat Bruno Silva. Take a year off, go back, revisit your, train again and try to refocus again. Because if you lose this one, man, it's going to look very bad. Give me Charles Johnson. One last time I'm going for this guy after he disappointed me. I got Charles Johnson to win by knockout or decision.
No, the way Silva misses a lot of his really hard, sometimes fancy shots, he missed a lot of those against Cappy, and he could have beat Cappy if he connected on some of those shots, like one of those shots. And for a guy like Charles Johnson, who always gets connected on in the first round of fights especially, I just see Bruno Silva cracking him with something. Also, yeah, he does have 8 losses. I always talk about how good this guy is, but always complain about how, he blows fights, and those losses come from somewhere. It's surprising almost to see 8 losses. That's one more loss than Bruno Silva here. Huh? Crazy. And Bruno Silva gets no respect. So yeah, I'm going for Bruno Silva to get his second win in a row here. Very hard to call how this one will end because, obviously I think Silva can win without, knocking Charles Johnson out because he has a glass chin. Because we don't know if he has a glass chin yet. That's, an intangible we have yet to see. But it could be over for Charles Johnson. So give me Bruno Silva. If I had to say, I'm going to go with submission or decision. Why not knockout? Because I think he'll rock Johnson on the feet and then jump on him for the sub.
That is quite possible, man. All right, so we're in disagreement with this one here. Let's move on up to the next fight. This is a fight that I really am looking forward to. Jan Kutelaba against Umar Sy. Who you got in this one?
Yeah, this one should be good. One thing I gotta say, despite the obvious insane size of Sy here, is there was no green Hulk face paint on it.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that too. Yeah.
While he was talking some smack to Sy here, he seemed naked out there without his green face paint. So I'm going to go ahead and say I don't know if that's a good omen for him. I think he should be covered in that stuff, not only on the face, but I think he should be completely green, like that topology.
Yeah, he's done it before. He's done it before. Yeah.
And not only that, if they let him, I think he should fight in the cage that way.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool too. Yeah. But Sy, while he still lacks a little bit technically, I think he's going to get better there. A lot of shots get through on Kutalaba. Like a lot do. Yeah, but he's a wrestler at heart, Kutalaba. don't forget, so it could get interesting if they get into the wrestling grappling exchanges there. But I think C's going to keep his distance, and while he doesn't throw all that often, he does line up very, very strong shots. And I think they're going to find the mark against Kudalaba. Again, very hittable. And he also throws kind of crazy sometimes and leaves himself open. But at the same time, I got to mention again that Kudalaba looks smarter his last three fights. He's 2-1 in his last three fights. He went the distance against Bukauskas in his last fight. Um, I don't want to say don't sleep on Kudalaba here because I'm really pretty confident in C here, but you know, it wouldn't shock me if somehow Kudalaba pulled this off because he has a lot of UFC experience. He's nowhere near as old as I always keep thinking, and yeah, you never know. But yeah, the pick is going to be C by knockout or no. I'll go with knockout or sub. I think there's going to be a finish in this fight, one way or the other.
Nice, I agree with you, man. And yeah, listen, man, these guys are in great shape, man. Jan Kutilaba, the Hulk, I would have loved to see the green face paint at least, or painted all in green. It's awesome to see him like that. He's in great shape. Of course, Jan Kutilaba looks good, man. He's still muscular and pretty built. But Umar C looks absolutely fantastic. This guy is a huge physical specimen. You can see he's super muscular. Look at his back. He's bigger than Jan Kutilaba, and he's also ripped and very built as well. Umar C taller too in this one. He's got the wrestling. He's got the submissions. He knows how to wrestle. He knows how to get submissions, and that's a good thing because Jan Kutilaba can't just take him down and have his way with him on the ground. And again, I mentioned this in the early predictions that Jan Kutilaba struggles with taller fighters who know how to grapple. And I mentioned this, if you remember, Jan Kutilaba had a very hard time against Kennedy Nzechukwu, who is also a very tall and big guy as well. He lost to Kennedy Nzechukwu by knockout. He also struggled against Ryan Spann, another tall and a guy who's very good at submissions and takedowns, and he lost by submission to Ryan Spann. I really think that Umar C is exactly a combination of those two guys in one, and I think that with the powerful punches, the grappling, the subs, I think he beats Jan Kutilaba by knockout or submission. So yeah, we're in agreement with Umar C here. Let's move on up to the next fight. I can't wait for that fight. That one's going to be good. All right, so
I like how you're combining other fighters into creating Umar C.
that's it. It's like 2-1. Yeah. So for this one here, Marwan Rahiki against Harry Hardwick. Man, again, I said it in the early predictions. Harry Hardwick looks like a pipsqueak, man.
Yeah.
Really don't think this guy is anything special. Yeah, he's got some abs there, fine, but it just looks like an average dude. Rahiki looks great too. He's taller. He's also muscular and ripped. And looks pretty built as well. And I think Rahiki's he's gonna destroy this guy. I don't think Hardwick's that good. I've seen Marwan Rahiki look awesome in his fights. He's a finisher. All of his fights have come by finish. He's got 7 wins, which 6 of them are by knockout and 1 is by submission. And Harry Hardwick, he's not that great, man. He lost his last fight to Cowboy Fernandez by calf kicks. We talked about it, where he left there on a stretcher. I believe he couldn't even walk after those calf kicks. Who knows how good his leg is since then? And that was 6 months ago. So his leg was really fucked up in that fight. And I can see Rahiki hitting him with those leg kicks as well, hitting him with some good punches, and getting a finish here. I don't think Hardwick can withstand the speed and the hard, powerful punches of Rahiki. So give me Marwan Rahiki to win by knockout or submission. I think he finishes this pipsqueak.
Harry Hardluck. Hardluck again. I keep on calling him Hardluck. I have it written here. He may be kind of out of luck, though, because he really has to prove he has what it takes to stay in the UFC here. But one of his strategies seems to be to wear the guy out by damaging him as much as possible so he can come back. Rahiki's very aggressive, so maybe Hardaway can catch him with something that he has planned, but I think it's going to be unlikely because, yeah, I like what I saw out of Rahiki also with his nice combos. I like his stance, which is also in the way he blends those two together, and very confident in his striking, is what you can see. So I'm taking Rahiki by knockout or decision.
All right, so we're in agreement with Rahiki here. I have him by finish, though. I think this is going to be an easy one here for Rahiki. All right, let's move on up to the next fight here. We got Andre Fili against Jose Delgado here. So for this one here, man,
It's me.
yeah, your turn, bro.
Yeah, so I'm going to be picking Delgado here because what can you say? Feely is due for a loss, and this isn't fun in games here. If you were smart, you'd put a whole bunch of money on Delgado here because Touchy Feely always wins one and then loses one. It's just a shame. Andre Feely is such a big dog. He's only getting the wides are getting wider here. Last time we had the benefit of having Touchy Feely as a decent dog also, but that's not the way the cookie crumbles this time around. So I'm gonna have to go with Delgado.
Yeah, looking at these guys physically, man, in these face-offs, Feely looks always, very good. He's got great tattoos there. He's in good shape, man. He's still very lean and ripped, a little skinny around the mid area. I think Delgado's a little bit bigger, I find. He is also taller and a little bit more muscular than Feely. He's also in great shape, man. Delgado in the face-offs, man. Feely was trying to do some little moves and shit, and Delgado was just like kind of laughing at him. And I think this smile right here, you got him where he was like looking at him like, bro, I'm gonna kill you, eh? So I think that's what was going through his head. Give me Delgado by knockout or submission. I think he's gonna finish Feely, man. Delgado's a finisher. He goes out there and kills his opponents, man. He doesn't go out there try to wait for the judges to fucking decide this fight. He goes out there and gets the job done and wins by knockout or submission, man. And that's how I think he's going to take care of Feely in this one.
Good call. Good call.
All right, let's move on up to the ladies here. We got Amanda Lemos against Jillian Robertson. Give me the Canadian Jillian Robertson, man, out of Niagara Falls, Ontario, to get the win here, man. Amanda Lemos doesn't scare me, man. She doesn't scare me. Jillian Robertson has what it takes, man. Amanda Lemos lost 3 out of her last 5 fights. Jillian Robertson's on a 4-fight winning streak. Physically, Amanda Lemos looks skinny. Jillian Robertson looks a bit thicker. They're both in great shape. Jillian Robertson is the better grappler. She's good on the ground. She's good at submissions. Amanda Lemos struggles on the ground. Tatiana Suarez took her down in the last fight quite a few times.
She didn't actually take her down. She held her against the cage the whole time.
Yeah, but did she get a takedown? Did she get a
She got
takedown?
one, but I don't. I remember her just holding her against the cage, which is almost the same thing, right? It's either on the ground and not being able to do anything, or against the cage and not being able to do anything.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure she got a takedown though.
No, she was taken down tons by I think the prior fight to that.
No, no, she did take her down. I knew she took her down. Tatiana Suarez took down Amanda Lemos 3 times
Okay, it
in
was
that
three
last
times.
fight.
I still
3
remember a
times.
lot of cage time
There
too.
was a
Though.
lot of cage for sure, but again, Amanda Lemos gets taken down.
Yeah.
If we look about the fight, and it's a couple of times where Amanda Lemos gets taken down in her fights,
No,
and
no, Limos has been taken down. I think at least in her past 7 fights in a row. I think.
that's what I'm saying.
Because I was saying also, remember that Jillian Robertson got at least one takedown in
yeah,
her past 10 fights.
yeah,
Like a
exactly.
minimum one.
So I could definitely see Jillian Robertson getting her down and doing what Verna Jandiroba did. She got her down and then locked in that armbar and got the armbar sub. Robertson's very good at armbar subs as well. Jillian Robertson is good at all kinds of submissions. Give me Jillian Robertson by submission or decision, man. It's just a no-brainer here. The way younger fighter at 30 years old. Lemos is 38, getting up there in age. Yeah, that's it, man. There's nothing much to say. I like Jillian here.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking for Jillian to slowly start imposing her will in this fight, end up getting her down. Looking for that sub. If she, if she can't find that sub, I look for her to try and smash her up the way she put away. Was she retired? I think the Karate Hottie that way. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah,
That was the
yeah.
fight. She retired the Karate Hottie actually, and ended up getting the
Yeah.
knockout on the ground. So yeah, I'm picking Robertson to win here by submission or decision will be the call. But if it's going to be a finish, I see it happening later into the fight.
Nice, man. So we're in agreement with this one here. Guys, want to shout out the new subscribers, man. Thank you guys for subscribing. We're at the main event here of the main card. Josh Emmett against Kevin Vallejos here. Andy, who you got in the main card here, man? And yeah, like and subscribe, guys.
These beasts fight each other in the cage. We're out here fighting the algorithm, so like and subscribe for sure. Here I'm going to take Vallejos. I think he's just going to be able to impose his will on Josh Emmett. I didn't like what I saw against Yusuf Zalal there. Zalal was even taking him down with relative ease, where Emmett I mean, has a wrestling background and his wrestling was supposed to hold up against that, or at least I thought a little bit, but it didn't. And Vallejos comes forward, man. He throws a lot, and I think one way or the other, he's going to put this guy away. So, but Emmett has shown his toughness, but at the same time, that toughness may have reached its limit. Like you try and think you can all you want, but if the engine can't go, the little engine just couldn't. The little engine that couldn't. And, yeah, so give me Vallejos by. It's going to be knockout or decision. Am I going to call a knockout here more likely? Yeah, I'm going to say Vallejos knocks him out 60% to decision 40.
Yeah, Kevin Vallejos, man, this guy's been looking amazing. He only lost, his one loss was to Jean Silva. And we know how good Jean Silva is. We just saw Jean Silva beat Arnold Allen in his last fight not too long ago. And that's the only loss that Kevin Vallejos has had against him, and it was by decision. He didn't even get finished. And since he's been in the UFC, it's been nonstop wins. He took out Sung Woo Choi. He knocked him out. He beat Danny Silva. He knocked out Giga Chikadze, who everybody had winning in that fight. A lot of people had Giga Chikadze in that fight, and Kevin Vallejos knocked him out. I noticed here in the face-offs here, man, Kevin Vallejos looks really amazing in great physical shape, absolutely ripped and built and muscular. He looks phenomenal. Josh Emmett also looks good as usual. I noticed that Josh Emmett shaved that crazy beard he had. I don't know if that's a good thing. He looks like his chin might get cracked easier without that beard, protecting him a little bit from the impact. I think he's going to get hit harder in the chin and go down harder without the beard. But yeah, give me Kevin Vallejos to win by knockout or decision. I think he runs through Josh Emmett. I think Josh Emmett is done. This 17-year gap between the two of them is significant, man. And I can really see the passing here of the torch here. Josh Emmett, man, you're going to be out of this, losing 4 out of his last 5. I think he loses this one and retires or gets booted out of the UFC, and Kevin Vallejos goes on to move up in the rankings. So give me Kevin Vallejos, knockout or decision. There you have it, folks. Our final predictions, thoughts, and face-offs for the main card. Stay tuned for the betting video coming up next. Guys, like and subscribe. Peace out.
And